Hello, welcome to today's video, which will be a quick start for Quick Trade Ninja, setting up custom chart trader buttons. Our goal with this video will be to get you going as quickly as possible in setting up a chart trader button that will do an action or submit or move an order based on the criteria that you set. So we'll go ahead and jump straight in. I have a micro NASDAQ on playback mode, 15-second chart with nothing on it at this point. We'll go ahead and get started. Like all Quick Trade Ninja features, you'll need to enable Chart Trader, so I'll do that to start off. Next, I'll go to the indicator settings. Once the indicator window pops up, you'll go to the Quick Trade Ninja folder, double click to open. And the first step that we'll need to do is we need to configure a button panel. We need, Quick Trade Ninja needs to know where to put your buttons. So I'll go ahead and double click the button panel. Accept the terms and services, which will allow a few more options to appear here. Now these allow you to customize certain things about the button panel, where it appears, on the top or bottom, meaning up here or down here, the buttons per row, 1, 2, or 3, so that's the width of your buttons. But we're just going to go ahead and accept the defaults for now because we are trying just to get started as quickly as possible. Next up, we need to add buttons to that button panel. Each button is a quick action. So I'll start with a single quick action, double click to have it add down here. This is going to be one of our first buttons. I'll accept the terms of services and the options appear. So the first button I'm going to do is I want a button that will buy the breakout of one tick past the high of the previous 3 bars. So if I'm looking at this example down here, the high of the previous 3 bars would be the high of actually the current bar, so I want a buy order to be placed one tick above that high. So to do that, I'll go down and I'll say it's an entry order, I want to buy, and I'm going to do it as a stop market order. My reference price is going to be the highest, and it's a look back of 3 bars. So I have and I want to do 1 ticks, the offset ticks, I want to do 1 tick beyond the high. So those are my settings of the quick actions. From there, I'll need to come down and enable the button. The button option shows a few more settings here. I will accept the defaults, except for I'll change the color. If there's buy, I'll make it green. And I'm just going to put a label here of my choosing. I'm going to say buy high. And that is it. I could also enable a hotkey if I wanted, but for now, we'll just worry about the chart trader buttons. So now that one's configured, I'm going to go ahead and add another button. So I double click on quick action again to add another button, accept the terms of service. And this one's going to be similar, but instead of buying the high, I want to sell the low. So I'm going to sell, I'll do it as a stop market as well. And instead of the highest, I'm going to buy the lowest of the previous 3 bars. And this time I'm going to offset it -1. So I'm going to do 1 tick below the low. So very similar to my other button, but this one's on the sell side. Go ahead and enable the button. Since it's a sell order, I'm going to go ahead and make it a crimson color. And I'm going to label this one sell low. Okay, I will add one more button. This one, I'm going to make this one a cancel button so that if I've entered a entry order, I want to go ahead and cancel. So my order action is going to be cancel. There's not much to set up here, so I'm just going to enable the button. I'm going to make the cancel button let's go with a white. I'm just going to call it cancel. And the text, I'll need to change that to black so that I can see it on the white background. Let's add one more button. And let's make this one a break even for my stop order. So I'm going to go ahead and accept the terms of service. This time, instead of doing an entry order, I'm going to move my stop. So I'm going to select the stop order, and I'm going to choose the average entry price, which is the price where I was filled, the average entry price. And I'm going to do an offset of 2 ticks. So this will be 2 ticks, and I'm going to change this offset type. The options here are y-axis or position aware. I'm going to change it to position aware. What this does, y-axis means a positive number always is higher and a negative number is always lower. But if I change it to position aware, it knows that if I'm in a long entry or a long order, long position, it will do 2 ticks above. If I'm in a short position, it will do 2 ticks below. I'll enable my button. I'll make this one a dark orchid and I'll call it a break even plus 2 ticks. Let's add one more button. And this one, let's move our target. So we've done buttons for entry orders, we've done one for our stop, and now we'll do one for our target. And what we'll do on the target order is we're just going to move it 2 ticks away from the current order price. So I'm going to go ahead and just make it a position aware. So it's going to be 2 ticks of profit. So I'm going to do offset of 2 ticks and it's position aware. So if I'm in a long position and I hit this button, it's going to move my target 2 ticks up. If I'm in a short position and I hit the button, it'll move my target 2 ticks down. And I'll enable the button. Let's make this one a dark blue, and I'm just going to make this one called target plus 2. All right, once I have those set up, next thing I want to do is I want to order these how I want them to show up in my chart. I'm going to go ahead and click apply. You'll see the button show up over here, and if that's the right order that I would like them in, then I can keep it. But I kind of want my targets and my break even to be on the same level. I'm going to move the cancel all the way down to the bottom, move that one down, click apply again, and you can see that's the order that they're going to show up in now. So I like that. I'll go ahead and click OK, and let's test it out. So I'm going to click buy high.
Order submitted.
That will buy the high of the previous 3 bars. You can see the previous 3 bars, that's the high.
Order submitted.
Sell the low, that's the low of the previous 3 bars. So those are working correctly. Let's see if we can get filled.
Order filled.
And my target plus 2. I'm going to keep clicking that so I can get my target out of the way. Break even plus 2. And those seem to work well. I'm going to go ahead and close
Order
my position.
filled.
And just as an example, I'll buy
Order
high,
submitted.
and my cancel
Order
button
canceled.
also works as expected. So this has been a quick introduction, a quick start for custom chart trader buttons with a few examples of how you can use it for your trading strategy. As always, if you have any questions while you're getting this set up, feel free to reach out to us, support@quicktradeninja.com, and we'll look forward to seeing you on the next video.